See these pop-ups in the corner? This is usually not Windows Defender. It's Chrome notifications, triggered by a website you allowed earlier. They use any hook to make you click. Fake memory full alerts, bonuses, casino promos, dating bait, and fake antivirus warnings. The goal is simple: get a click and push you to another site. Now the dangerous part. Some pop-ups try to trick you into granting permissions, like location, or making you press vague buttons like continue, confirm, or allow. You can't see what you're really approving. That's how the spam keeps coming back. Now watch what happens when I click the add button. This is not a system alert. It's a browser ad. I click more, and with one click, we leave the page. Look at the address bar. This is a redirect chain, multiple domains in seconds. That's tracking and traffic routing. These hops decide where to land you, based on your region, your device, and what pays best. Next step, the permission trap. They ask for notification access. If you click allow, the spam follows you, even outside the website. And now it jumps to a branded looking page. Avast license expired, but I don't have Avast installed. And the license key here is nonsense. Important. This doesn't mean Avast is involved. This is a scam funnel using a real brand name and an affiliate link. The entry point, the fake alert and redirects. Clicking the big button can forward you to a real Avast purchase page through an affiliate link. That makes it feel legitimate, but the entry point was still a scam funnel. Even if it ends on a real checkout page, the funnel is still shady. Don't buy anything because of a pop-up. Fix the cause, remove notification permissions, and clean up the browser. Here's how to fix it fast. In Chrome, go to Settings, Privacy and Security, Site Settings, Notifications. This page is the control panel. The key part is Allowed to send notifications. These sites can push alerts even when you are not on them. If you see random domains here, that's a red flag. This is usually where the spam comes from. Here is one of them. I'll open it to check what Chrome stored for this site. Now we're in Chrome's site permissions for this website. This is where the problem lives. Notifications is set to allow. That means even if you close the tab, this site can still push spam alerts right to your desktop outside the website. This does not mean this domain is a virus by itself. It means it has a permission that can be abused to deliver spam. To fix it, change notifications to block, or remove the site from the allowed list. Before I remove it, I'll copy the domain and check it in the GridinSoft website reputation checker. This scan is not just a ping, it pulls a trust snapshot, domain age, site behavior, and network fingerprints, including the services it relies on, user reports, and trusted listings. Then it converts those signals into a simple trust score. Here is the result: 51 out of 100. Caution advised. You should treat it as unsafe to interact with. Now watch why it's scored like this. The biggest red flag is domain age. It is only 1 day old. New domains are commonly used for short-lived campaigns because they are cheap and disposable. It also shows the reputation footprint is limited. And yes, it has an SSL certificate, but SSL only means the connection is encrypted. It does not prove the site is legitimate. If I scroll, the checker explains the context, domain information, and technical details. You can see it is recently registered and you get hosting and infrastructure data. This is useful because campaigns often rotate domains but reuse the same infrastructure patterns. Here is the content analysis. In this case, it looks like a placeholder, coming soon. And these detection signatures summarize it: in development, young domain. This is exactly the kind of site you do not want to trust with permissions or downloads. And here is the important part. The warning summary shows site is not warned by major lists yet. That does not make it safe. It often just means the domain is new and has not been widely reported. This is where the checker helps. It can still flag risk based on trust signals, even when external warnings are not there yet. So when you see a random domain in notification permissions, this is a fast way to judge it and decide to block it and remove it. Next, I check browser extensions, because extensions can modify what you see in the browser and what gets injected into web pages. I open the extensions menu, then go to Manage Extensions. Here's the full list. If you see an extension you don't remember installing, treat it as untrusted until you verify it. In my case, I do not recall installing Cyberlink Browser Guard. I try to switch it off, but the toggle doesn't respond. That can happen if the browser is managed by policy or if the extension is being controlled by something else. Either way, I open details. On the details page, two red flags. First, there's no description. Legit extensions usually explain what they do and why they need access. Second, it requests permission to read your browsing history. That's a high sensitivity permission. And when I hover the switch, Chrome says it may run in the background. Keep that in mind. Background extensions can stay active even when you are not interacting with Chrome. Quick comparison. Here's a well-known ad blocker. It clearly states what it does and shows its access scope, like whether it can run on all sites. The point is simple. Know what you installed and know what it can access. Back to the extensions list. I click Remove on Browser Guard, and Chrome asks for confirmation. This is the normal removal path. There's a second option too. Open Details, scroll down, and click Remove Extension. Same confirmation dialog, same outcome. Now it's gone. That's what we want. Fewer unknown add-ons, fewer surprises. Next is Chrome Reset Settings, a safe way to roll back browser changes. It's ideal when you're unsure what was modified and you want to return to defaults. In Chrome Settings, open Reset Settings. Then choose Restore Settings to their original defaults. Chrome shows a confirmation dialog. This resets the risky stuff, extensions and temporary site data, without touching your bookmarks or saved passwords. It's a quick way to get back to a clean baseline. I confirm Reset Settings. Chrome disables all extensions immediately, and the rest finishes in about 20 seconds. Once it's done, I verify the result. I go to Privacy and Security, Site Settings, Notifications, and scroll down to the site lists. Here's what we want to see. No sites in Allowed to Send notifications. That means nothing can push spam alerts anymore. One more quick sanity check. Back in Site Settings, I scroll down to pop-ups and redirects. Also clean. No custom allow rules here. And the extension check is simple too. After a reset, extensions are disabled, so anything that was injecting ads or redirects is stopped until you turn it back on intentionally. Then re-enable only the extensions you trust, one by one. Finally, close Chrome completely and open it again. Now just continue using Chrome normally. If the pop-ups return, don't guess. Run a malware scan to check for adware or unwanted software. I'm opening GridinSoft Anti-Malware and starting a quick scan. This is the fastest way to spot the common sources of browser spam. I'll speed this part up. While it runs, you'll see what's being checked. Processes, registry entries, and files. This is where adware and unwanted software usually leave traces. This list is a live detection feed. Each line is something the scan flagged, like a file, a scheduled launch point, or a registry entry. That matters because browser spam is rarely one obvious bad file. It's usually a chain of small pieces. GridinSoft Anti-Malware also watches running processes. If something harmful is already active, it can be detected and stopped right away during the scan, so it can't keep injecting ads. Scan finished. Here's the key point. We don't see classic threats here, but we do see unwanted programs. You may also see them labeled as PUPs, short for potentially unwanted programs. In plain words, unwanted extras that mess with your browser. Everything is grouped in a tree, so you can expand a detection and review what it includes. On the right, the summary is just a quick scoreboard: threats, unwanted programs, and total detections. Action-wise, quarantine is the safe default. It disables the item but keeps it reversible. Delete is permanent, and ignore is only for things you're 100% sure are safe. I'm going to clean what was found. I click Clean Now, and the removal process starts. This step clears the unwanted program components and related startup entries, the stuff that can keep feeding redirects and ads. Done. Everything detected was removed. Quick verification pass. I run quick scan again. 0 detections. That's what we want. And if you're wondering where those items went, they're in quarantine. Quarantine is the safety net. If something was removed by mistake, you can restore it later. At this point, the browser permissions are cleaned, suspicious extensions are removed or disabled, and the unwanted software is gone. That combination is what actually stops notification spam from coming back.